Did you know that every night you sleep poorly, you're not just losing rest, you may actually be losing pieces of your memory? What if I told you that every restless night could be stealing away a piece of your memory? That the brain fog, the forgetfulness, even those moments when you walk into a room and can't remember why, may not just be old age, but a direct result of poor sleep. Today, we're going to uncover why sleep is the hidden key to protecting memory as we age, and most importantly, how you can fix it before it's too late. Aging often comes with challenges: aching joints, slower reflexes, more health checkups. But one of the scariest parts of growing older for many seniors is the gradual loss of memory. Misplacing keys, forgetting appointments, or struggling to recall a familiar name, it feels like pieces of your identity are slipping away. Doctors used to think this was an unavoidable part of aging, but modern science reveals something fascinating. Sleep plays a much bigger role in memory than we ever imagined. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired, it directly weakens the brain's ability to store and recall memories. And the truth is, seniors are more likely to experience poor sleep, whether due to insomnia, sleep apnea, restless legs, or just changes in the body's internal clock. But here's the good news. Understanding this connection gives us the power to change it. Why poor sleep accelerates memory loss. Think of sleep as the brain's most important repair shift, the overnight staff that comes in to clean, sort, and restore everything that got messy during the day. While you're awake, your brain is busy collecting information, processing conversations, handling emotions, and juggling responsibilities. It's like filling up a cluttered desk with papers, sticky notes, and files. But when you sleep, especially during deep sleep, your brain finally gets the chance to organize. It files memories neatly into long-term storage, cleans out harmful waste, and strengthens the wiring between brain cells so that information flows smoothly. Now, imagine what happens when you don't get enough quality sleep. That night shift doesn't show up. The clutter remains. Papers get lost. Some files blow away. And worse, harmful trash piles up in the corners. That's what poor sleep does to your brain. Here's how it directly impacts memory. Memories don't stick. When you learn something new, whether it's your grandchild's birthday, a phone number, or even where you parked the car, your brain first stores it in a temporary holding area. To make it permanent, that memory needs to be consolidated during deep sleep. Without enough deep sleep, the brain struggles to hit save. You wake up the next day, but the memory feels fuzzy or incomplete. That's why after a restless night, you may find yourself forgetting conversations, misplacing items, or having trouble concentrating. 2. Existing memories fade. Sleep doesn't just help with new memories, it also protects old ones. During the night, the brain replays and strengthens important connections, almost like rehearsing a song so you don't forget the lyrics. When sleep is cut short or fragmented, this rehearsal doesn't happen. Memories that once felt clear start slipping away. Over time, this repeated loss compounds, leaving seniors with noticeable gaps. 3. Toxins build up in the brain. One of the most remarkable discoveries in neuroscience is the glymphatic system, the brain's overnight cleaning service. While you sleep, channels in the brain open up, flushing out toxins and waste proteins that accumulate during the day. Among these wastes are beta-amyloid proteins, the same sticky clumps that are linked to Alzheimer's disease. Normally, deep sleep washes them away. But when you don't get enough quality sleep, these proteins build up, especially around the hippocampus, the brain's memory center. Over months and years, this toxic buildup can accelerate memory decline and increase dementia risk. 4. Stress hormones stay high. Poor sleep also keeps stress hormones like cortisol elevated. High cortisol damages the hippocampus, the very part of the brain responsible for forming and retrieving memories. This creates a vicious cycle. Poor sleep, high stress, weaker memory, more frustration, even worse sleep. 5. The brain's Wi-Fi gets weak. Think of neurons, the brain's nerve cells, as computers connected through Wi-Fi. Sleep strengthens those connections so information travels quickly and accurately. Without proper rest, the signal weakens. That's why seniors often describe themselves as feeling mentally foggy after sleepless nights. Their brain's network is literally glitching. Part 2. The science of memory and sleep. Sleep isn't just a passive state, it's an active, highly organized process during which your brain performs essential tasks. Scientists now understand that different stages of sleep each play a unique role in memory formation, emotional regulation, and cognitive function. Let's break it down stage by stage so you can see exactly why sleep is so critical for seniors' memory. Stage 1 and 2. Light sleep, the gateway. The first stages of sleep are light and often go unnoticed. Stage 1 is the transition from wakefulness to sleep. Your muscles relax, heart rate slows, and your mind begins to drift away from the stresses of the day. Stage 2 is slightly deeper. Brain waves slow and the body starts to prepare for the heavier work ahead. Think of it as the warm-up or preheating stage. The brain is setting the stage for memory consolidation and detoxification. Even though it may feel like just dozing, these early stages are crucial. Without proper light sleep, the deeper stages don't function as effectively. Missing these stages is like skipping the prep before cooking a complex meal. You can't expect the final dish to turn out right. Deep sleep, the memory consolidator. Deep sleep, also called slow-wave sleep, is the superstar stage for memory. This is when the brain works like a diligent librarian, carefully sorting through the events of the day, deciding what to keep and what to discard. Fact-based memory. Deep sleep consolidates the things you consciously learned: names, dates, conversations, numbers, or tasks. Skill memory. It also helps store procedural memories, like playing the piano, riding a bike, or even remembering a morning exercise routine. Brain cleaning. Deep sleep allows the glymphatic system to remove harmful toxins, including beta-amyloid, that can impair memory if left unchecked. Think of deep sleep as hitting the save button on your brain's hard drive. Without it, memories remain fragile and incomplete, like files on a computer that were never fully saved. For seniors, this stage naturally declines with age, which is why they may notice forgetfulness, repeated questions, or misplacing items more often. But disrupted or insufficient deep sleep, caused by insomnia, sleep apnea, or poor habits, can accelerate this decline. REM sleep, the emotional and creative organizer. The final stage is REM sleep, commonly known as dream sleep. Here, the brain is highly active, almost like it's awake, but the body is temporarily paralyzed to prevent acting out dreams. REM sleep plays a different but equally important role in memory. Emotional memory. It helps you process emotions, making sense of stressful events, joyful experiences, or social interactions. This is why a bad night's sleep can leave you irritable, anxious, or forgetful. Creative problem solving. Studies show that REM sleep encourages connections between seemingly unrelated ideas, enhancing creativity and insight. Memory integration. Your brain links emotions to factual memories, giving context to your experiences. For example, remembering a family gathering is more vivid because the emotions are encoded along with the details. As we age, REM sleep also decreases, leaving seniors with reduced emotional resilience, difficulty learning new tasks, and less ability to integrate experiences into long-term memory. The aging brain and sleep decline. Here's a key point. While some reduction in deep and REM sleep is natural with aging, poor sleep habits and untreated sleep disorders make the decline far worse. Seniors often nap more during the day, reducing the pressure for deep sleep at night. Medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or mood disorders may interfere with REM or deep sleep. Conditions like sleep apnea repeatedly interrupt deep and REM sleep, preventing memory consolidation. The result is a perfect storm. The brain isn't filing, sorting, or cleaning properly, so memory lapses, confusion, and mental fog become more noticeable. Putting it together, why sleep stages matter for memory. Light sleep prepares the brain and body for deeper restorative work. Deep sleep consolidates factual and procedural memories, clears toxins, and strengthens neural connections. REM sleep integrates emotional experiences, enhances creativity, and reinforces long-term memory. Each stage builds on the last. Missing one stage weakens the others, creating gaps in memory and mental clarity. It's like building a house. If the foundation is shaky, the walls and roof won't hold up. In short, quality sleep is not optional. It's the brain's natural mechanism for preserving memory, emotional balance, and cognitive health. Part 3. Why seniors struggle with sleep. Many seniors dismiss their sleep problems as just part of getting older and assume they are simply destined to be light sleepers. While it's true that aging naturally changes sleep patterns, the reality is far more complex. Poor sleep in seniors is often caused by a combination of medical, lifestyle, and environmental factors, and it can have serious consequences for memory, mood, and overall health. Understanding why sleep becomes difficult with age is the first step toward reclaiming restful nights and protecting memory in the process. Let's break down the most common culprits. Sleep apnea, the silent disruptor. Sleep apnea is a condition in which breathing repeatedly stops and starts during the night. The most common type, obstructive sleep apnea, occurs when the airway becomes partially or fully blocked. Each pause in breathing can last from a few seconds to over a minute, often followed by a gasp or snort as breathing resumes. Here's why it's dangerous for memory. Interrupted deep sleep. Sleep apnea repeatedly wakes the brain out of restorative deep sleep, preventing memory consolidation. Oxygen deprivation. Low oxygen levels during the night stress the brain and can damage sensitive areas like the hippocampus, which is critical for memory formation. Long-term risks. Studies show that untreated sleep apnea in seniors is strongly linked to cognitive decline, memory lapses, and even an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. Sleep apnea is surprisingly common in older adults, but often goes undiagnosed. Many seniors assume snoring is harmless, but loud, chronic snoring is a warning sign that shouldn't be ignored. 2. Insomnia. When falling or staying asleep becomes hard. Insomnia is one of the most frequent sleep complaints among seniors. It can take two main forms: difficulty falling asleep, sleep onset insomnia; difficulty staying asleep, sleep maintenance insomnia. Chronic insomnia leads to fragmented nights and insufficient restorative sleep. Over time, it can increase stress hormone levels like cortisol, which negatively impacts memory; reduce the amount of deep and REM sleep, crucial for learning and emotional processing; exacerbate feelings of fatigue, irritability, and forgetfulness during the day. Common triggers include anxiety, depression, pain, and lifestyle factors such as irregular sleep schedules or excessive screen time. 3. Medication side effects. Sleep sabotage from your medicine cabinet. Many seniors take multiple medications for conditions like high blood pressure, heart disease, arthritis, or mood disorders. Some of these drugs can unintentionally interfere with sleep. Stimulants in some antidepressants may make falling asleep harder. Beta blockers for heart or blood pressure issues can reduce melatonin production, delaying sleep onset. Pain medications or diuretics may cause nighttime trips to the bathroom, fragmenting sleep. It's important for seniors to review medications with a healthcare provider to see if timing or alternatives could improve sleep. 4. Changes in circadian rhythm. The internal clock shifts. Aging naturally affects the body's circadian rhythm, the internal clock that regulates sleep-wake cycles. Seniors often feel sleepy earlier in the evening and wake up very early in the morning. This shift can make it harder to stay asleep through the night, leading to frequent awakenings. If daytime naps are taken to compensate, the natural sleep pressure for nighttime deep sleep decreases, further disrupting sleep quality. 5. Restless leg syndrome, the uncontrollable urge to move. Restless leg syndrome, RLS, is a neurological condition that causes an uncontrollable urge to move the legs, often accompanied by uncomfortable sensations like tingling, itching, or crawling. Symptoms typically worsen at night, just when the body is trying to sleep. Even small leg movements can prevent deep sleep, leaving the brain under-rested. Studies suggest that untreated RLS in seniors can contribute to chronic sleep deprivation and impaired memory function. 6. Poor sleep habits. Everyday choices matter. Sleep is influenced not just by medical conditions, but by daily habits. Common mistakes that disrupt senior sleep include late afternoon naps. While a short nap can be refreshing, long or late naps reduce the need for nighttime sleep. Excessive caffeine or alcohol. Caffeine late in the day stimulates the nervous system, while alcohol initially relaxes but later fragments sleep. Lack of physical activity. Exercise promotes deep sleep, but sedentary days make sleep shallower. Excessive screen time. Blue light from phones, tablets, or TVs delays melatonin production and confuses the brain's clock. Even small changes in routine, like cutting late-night screen use or moving more during the day, can have a major impact on sleep quality. Here's a reality that many seniors don't realize. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired. It can set off a vicious cycle that worsens memory loss over time. Once this cycle begins, it feeds on itself, creating a downward spiral that affects not just memory, but mood, focus, and overall brain health. Let's break it down. Step 1. Poor sleep leads to weaker memory. Imagine going to bed after a night of tossing and turning. You wake up feeling groggy, irritable, and foggy-headed. That's because your brain didn't get the deep and REM sleep it needs to consolidate memories from the previous day. New memories don't stick. The brain can't properly file what you learned, read, or experienced. Existing memories weaken. Even older, long-term memories become harder to access. Toxins linger. Beta amyloid and other harmful proteins that are normally cleared during deep sleep accumulate, further impairing memory. The result? You forget names, misplace things, and struggle to recall simple details. Step 2. Weaker memory triggers anxiety and confusion. Once memory starts slipping, it triggers stress. Many seniors notice themselves asking the same question repeatedly or forgetting appointments. This can lead to anxiety about memory lapses. Did I lock the door? Did I take my medication? Fear of cognitive decline. Worrying about dementia or Alzheimer's can increase stress hormones like cortisol. Reduced confidence. Daily activities that were once easy now feel challenging, which can lower mood and motivation. In short, memory problems caused by poor sleep create a mental feedback loop, increasing stress and mental fatigue. Step 3. Anxiety and confusion make sleep even harder. Stress and worry activate the body's fight-or-flight response, which releases cortisol and adrenaline. These chemicals make it harder to fall asleep at night, fragment the sleep you do get, reducing deep and REM stages, interfere with the brain's ability to consolidate memories. The very thing your brain needs to recover, restful, uninterrupted sleep, is now harder to achieve. Step 4. The cycle repeats and escalates. Now the vicious cycle is in full motion. Poor sleep, weaker memory, more confusion and anxiety. Anxiety and stress, harder to fall asleep, less restorative sleep. Less restorative sleep, memory worsens, stress increases further. Over weeks, months, or years, this spiral can accelerate cognitive decline, leaving seniors more vulnerable to forgetfulness, emotional distress, and even serious neurological conditions. Breaking the cycle, why early action matters. Here's the key. The earlier you intervene, the more brain health you preserve. Even small steps like improving sleep hygiene, addressing sleep disorders, or reducing stress can halt or even reverse aspects of this cycle. Restorative sleep strengthens memory pathways and clears toxins. Reduced anxiety improves sleep quality, creating a positive feedback loop instead of a negative one. Better memory and focus increase confidence and independence in daily life. Think of it like a snowball. Left unchecked, the cycle grows bigger and faster. But with the right strategies, you can stop it in its tracks and slowly rebuild a healthy sleep memory connection. Part 5. How to fix it. Practical steps for better sleep and stronger memory. Now, the most important part, how seniors can improve their sleeps and protect their memory. 1. Create a sleep routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. A regular schedule trains your body's internal clock. 2. Improve sleep environment. Keep the room cool, dark, and quiet. Invest in the supportive mattress and pillow. Remove ticking clocks, glowing electronics, and anything disruptive. 3. Limit stimulants. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. Reduce alcohol. It may make you sleepy at first, but disrupts deep sleep later in the night. 4. Exercise regularly. Gentle movement like walking, yoga, or Tai Chi during the day helps the body crave deeper rest at night. But avoid intense exercise close to bedtime. 5. Light exposure. Get morning sunlight exposure for at least 20 minutes. This resets your circadian rhythm and makes falling asleep at night easier. 6. Mind-body relaxation. Try deep breathing, meditation, or listening to calming music before bed. Stress is one of the biggest enemies of sleep. 7. Limit naps. If you must nap, keep it under 30 minutes and before 3 p.m. Long or late naps steal from nighttime sleep. 8. Manage medications. Talk to your doctor about whether any prescriptions could be interfering with sleep. Sometimes small timing adjustments help. 9. Address sleep disorders. Get tested for sleep apnea if you snore loudly, wake up gasping, or feel unrefreshed. Treatments like CPAP can dramatically improve memory and health. 10. Keep the brain active during the day. Sleep quality improves when the brain is meaningfully engaged during waking hours. Read, learn a new skill, do puzzles, or stay socially connected. Part 6. Hope for the future. Here's something inspiring. Studies show that even seniors who already experience memory decline can improve their brain health by fixing sleep. It's never too late. The brain has an incredible ability to heal and grow new connections when given the right conditions. By improving sleep, you're not just protecting memory, you're lowering risks of Alzheimer's, boosting mood, and even extending lifespan. So the next time you dismiss sleep as just rest, remember this: sleep is the brain's most powerful medicine. Poor sleep steals memories, but good sleep protects them. And you have more control than you think. Every small step, turning off screens an hour earlier, going for a daily walk, keeping a regular bedtime, adds up to stronger memory and a sharper mind. Because memory isn't just about facts or names. It's about holding on to the stories of your life, the faces of your loved ones, and the experiences that make you who you are. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, see it not as a routine, but as a gift you're giving your brain. Protect your sleep, and you'll protect your memory for years to come.